And welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new here, and then just welcome. My name is Rusty, and this is my channel where I talk about my favorite movies, mostly horror. And welcome to my February 2025 update, where this is where I show off any upgrades or new additions to my movie collection. And yes, we're going to start off with DVDs. Who knew I would be buying DVDs again for various reasons? These studios releasing nothing but DVDs and no Blu-ray is just crazy, but whatever. Flashback to 1986, yeah. So, these are the DVDs. This is a movie called In Order of Disappearance, which is actually the original movie that the Liam Neeson movie Cold Pursuit is a remake of this movie, and it's almost identical, and it's very good. Now, I have the Blu-ray for this, but it was in this big batch of magnet Blu-rays that would not play. My brother took them all to his house, and they played perfectly fine, so I have no idea what the problem is. But I wanted to see it so bad, and it was like $1.95 for the DVD, so I got the DVD of this, so I could finally see the damn thing. I know, collectors are crazy, but, you know. And as you see, it's magnet. The DVD plays fine, but the Blu-ray just will not play, and neither will like 5 or 6 other magnet Blu-rays that I got. Have never had a problem with any other Blu-ray except for those magnet Blu-rays. And this, of course, is All My Friends Are Dead. I did find a Blu-ray release on Amazon that I do plan on picking up. It's probably video on demand, which means they probably burn on, it's probably BOD, burn on demand. But, yeah, I will be doing that because as far as an official release, there isn't one. But I do think Amazon has it on burn on demand. Now this, I actually plan on buying next month, or wait, no, a couple of days. Anyway, the next time I go shopping, I'm actually going to get another copy of this because it's at a certain place for like $2, brand new. But I grabbed this because it was $2, and I'm telling you, within like 10-15 minutes of the movie, I was very fascinated, and by the time the movie was over, I was like, that was a damn good movie. I really enjoyed it. And of course, there is no Blu-ray release. So I am going to pick up a second copy of this while it's cheap. Just to have it to make sure nothing happens. Y'all know I do that kind of thing. This is Devil's Gate. I like that guy, Sean, from Frozen. Remember he was in Frozen? He was in some other stuff. Was he in Smallville? Sean Ashmore. Wasn't he an X-Men as well? But anyway, yeah, I wanted this, so I got this to have it. I'm so sad that this doesn't have a Blu-ray release. This is going to be in my upcoming Shark Week or Shark Fest. This is called No Way Up with Colm Meaney. This was actually way better than I thought it would be. You know, I'm like really hot for shark movies lately, and there's just none out there. And so, yeah, I was really sad this is only on DVD, but I did get it, and this is very fun. One of the kills in here, just like, it was like, I had not seen a kill that good since Deep Blue Sea. And I hated that dude is the one that got it, you know what I'm saying? But that kill was brutal, and it was like really well filmed, and it looked really good. I'm assuming that the sharks are CGI, and I guess they spent all their money on it because it is damn good. And this is a backup copy that I got of Triggered. I cannot find a domestic Blu-ray of this. I love this movie extremely well. I have done a video on it. It's a battle royale, but it's very, very unique. And yeah, so as you see, it's still sealed because I do already have this on DVD. I just wanted an extra copy. because we all know how quickly DVDs can like turn into coasters for no reason at all. Now these are I only had like 3 upgrades. I finally wanted, AI on Blu-ray, and so I picked it up, just to have. This is of course the old release. I don't know why they haven't done a new remaster, or somebody hasn't got a hold of it and done a remaster of it, which I would really like, but that's okay. It's still very beautiful, and I do like AI. I like this movie. This is a zombie movie that I had on DVD called The Cured. Very unique take. It's going to be in my upcoming Zombie Fest. So I was really glad to upgrade it from DVD, which I had it on DVD. And now I have it on Blu-ray. The Cured. This is so fun. We need some more of these cool, like, 8-legged freaks, these serious horror, but with a lot of comedy as well. But this is Stung. I had it on DVD, and I upgraded it to Blu-ray because it is so funny. It is so cool. I really like this movie. I like these type of schlocky, like 8-legged freaks with David Arquette. Moving on to just like some regular run of, these are movies that I have never had in my collection before. I had passed this up many times until I actually sat down and watched a trailer of it. And I was like, even though this is just PG supernatural horror, the trailer really got me. And I'm like, you know what? I think I am going to grab that. And I did. And I do really like this movie, even though it's PG. PG-13. But yeah, I really liked this movie, The Invisible. It's a supernatural ghost story type thing. This is a Russian movie called The Blackout Invasion Earth. This is an international release. There's actually 3 versions of this film. One is like really short, like 1 hour and 40 minutes, and another one is like 2 hours and 15 minutes, and then another one's like 3 hours and a half. But this is the only one that you can get a hold of domestically. It's the middle. It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes. Edited down to 2 hours and 15 minutes. A little sci-fi movie called The Blackout Invasion Earth. This is also going to be in my upcoming Shark Fest. This is Beneath, even though it's not a shark. It looks a lot more like Piranha or something. But I've got 3 shark films in this. But I was really hot to get this when I saw that it existed. It's from 2013. But yeah, I really wanted this. It looked cool. So I'm very glad to have this on Blu-ray. Another one that will be, like I said, I did grab some water horror because I missed it. Now I know a lot of people don't like this, or, who knows, I might not like it that much either. But I do think it will be at least watchable. I think it will at least be mediocre, and who knows, maybe I'll like it. But this is the Reef, Stalked. 4 chicks kayaking and getting, it's like, hey, where are the dudes with no shirts on, man? What the fuck? But, okay, it's still probably alright. This is a movie with Bruce Campbell. Comedy horror called Black Friday. I saw it and I was like, well, that looks interesting. So yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm not super big on comedy, but I do like a little horror comedy. Geostorm, I do like this. Gerard Butler, I do like this little disaster movie. It's pretty cool. It's mediocre, but, it's a good time, and that's what it is. It's a good little popcorn film, so. This, I thought that I would like, a very Harold and Kumar Christmas. I thought that I would like this, but it turns out that I liked it a lot less than I thought that I was going to like it. It really didn't. A lot of the stuff that's supposed to be funny, it's just my sense of humor, I guess. Maybe I'm just too British about it. But a lot of the stuff that was supposed to be funny just wasn't funny to me. But, I did watch it. It was, I'm not throwing it in the trash. This is fantastic. It is an Academy Award winner for Best Foreign Film. It is In a Better World, and it is an absolutely fantastic drama story. And yeah, I loved this movie. This movie deserved the Oscar, no doubt. If you've never heard of it, it's called In a Better World. Very, very cool. And some more. I really don't care for the Marvel Universe stuff anymore, or the DC either, really. The comic movies, so I lag pretty far behind because I wait till I can get them at a decent price to go in my comic book collection, my comic movies collection, superhero movies. So, yeah, I finally got Black Widow. Digital code works still and everything, so, they're watchable, all of these new Marvels. Well, most of them. Like, I would never get Captain America with that girl. When they turned Captain America into a girl, and now there's even a new one. I don't know. It's just all ridiculous. But, yeah, Black Widow. Like that Madam Web, people really hate on it. So, it'll be a while before I pick that up. Now, I've wanted this for a long time. It's so hard to find because it's hard to search for. When you have the name of a movie that is just Son, believe me, you're going to get 20,000 returns on eBay, trying to find it. So you have to do a lot of searching to actually locate it, but I did. And I've wanted this for a while. And I'm really glad to finally have Son. I guess it's a Shudder maybe or something. I don't know. This was alright. I do pick up Mel Gibson movies because he's done so many really good ones since his comeback, This one was pretty mediocre though. I mean, it was watchable. It kept me interested till the end. But in the end, I was like, it's alright, but not super thrilling. This was weird as fuck. This was a very, very, very strange movie called Knives and Skin, about the disappearance of a girl in this small town and the reaction that everybody has to the situation. And it's like everybody in this town is really, really screwed up. I mean, there's just some weirdos. Well, you can see, but it was really good. It was just one of the strangest movies that I've ever seen, but I like strange. Oh, Marky Mark's little action movie, Infinite. It was very mediocre as well. But it was, it did have some thrilling parts and then some parts that could have been done a lot better. So I think it got a mediocre reception and it's a mediocre movie. I like the concept, but, it's kind of like Highlander, this race of immortals. It's a lot different than Highlander, of course, different scenario of why they are immortals. But these people are immortals through consciously aware reincarnation. So it's different than Highlander, but it's the same theme, immortals fighting amongst each other. Naked Singularity, this was really good. Of course, the reason I wanted it even more was because Bill Skarsgård is in it, and y'all know I have some kind of weird thing about Bill Skarsgård. I don't have any idea. Don't ask me. I can't explain. Like many things, I can't explain it at all. But this was really good. It had some funny stuff in it, but it was also just a really good drama action movie. And I liked the ending a lot, and I liked this lead character a lot, and I liked Bill's character a lot too. It was a good movie. If you've never seen it or heard of it, it's Naked Singularity. Very, very good. This old movie, yes, oh my goodness, it's The Mafu Cage with Lee Grant and Carol Kane. I love me some Lee Grant. You know what I'm saying? I loved her in The Heat of the Night with Sidney Poitier. I mean, that's the first time I ever saw Lee Grant was in that. And also she's in like one of the airport movies or Towering Inferno. She's in some of the disaster movies, you know. I think it's the Towering Inferno. No, it may not be. It may be Airport 75, but it's one of those. But, and Carol Kane, of course, from When a Stranger Calls. But this is the Mafu cage. And I'm very, very glad to finally have it. It's a Scorpion release. Continuing to collect my, upgrade all of my James Bond, we have Dr. No. Dr. No is the very first James Bond movie. It is what set the franchise off. So it's really cool to have Dr. No. I usually grab 1 or 2 a month through my shopping trips whenever I can find them to like go ahead and get the collection done. So I'm glad to have Dr. No. Very cool. Sean Connery. Yes. Okay, we're going to now move on. I gotta make room. We're going to move on to the more special stuff. This is the Steelbook. This is one of my. I'm not a huge fan of Steve Martin, but I like a couple of his movies. I am a big fan of John Candy. This is my favorite Steve Martin movie. And it is my favorite John Candy movie, and that is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and this is the Steelbook. So it was cool to get the Steelbook for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Really like it. I finished up my Texas Chainsaw franchise. I now have them all finally. This is the 40th anniversary of a remaster of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so you know I'm glad to have it. Is that what it says? 40th? Yeah. The 40th anniversary, so I'm glad to finally have it out of the way. And of course, this finished it all off, and that was, I think, where's Leatherface? I've got that too anyway. But I'm finally true. No, it might be in next month is Leatherface. But either way, spoiler alert, I'm through with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I have everything except that Netflix abomination, which I would never touch. But yes, I'm very, very glad to have the next generation. It is so crazy. And, you know, who can't have that in their collection, you know, for Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey, if nothing but to laugh at it. The next generation is just really, I don't know, I think it's very funny. This is the Kino Lorber remaster of The Beast. If you have never heard of The Beast, it's Jason Patric and Bill Paxton and all of them. And basically it's like, it's like Tom Cruise. It's like Tom Pitt in Fury. It's a movie like that. It's about a tank and a tank crew. And, so this was really cool. This is the Kino Lorber Studio Classics remaster of The Beast. I never thought they would do this. So, you know, all I had was the DVD. So, like when I saw this, I'm like, oh my God, they got The Beast. They've done a remaster of The Beast. So yes, that's very cool. This is Clint Eastwood. This is the newest remaster for a few dollars more. Now this is the slipcase of the newest remaster. And this is the cover of the Kino Lorber remaster, even though I know, I'm fixing to tell you why. But yeah, this is the new Kino Lorber remaster. But I've got this slipcover from the last one because I accidentally broke it. Yes, I know, I'm embarrassed. But no, I'm not really. I've got 3,000 movies laying around here. What the hell you think's going to happen sometimes? They're going to fall. I'm not going to see it. I'm going to walk by and I'm going to step on it. I'm going to hear a crunch and go, well, there goes another $15. And that's exactly what happened. So you have the whole story. So I stepped on and broke this version. So I got the newest version. And then I put the cover of the broken version, because it's a cool cover, on it. So, yeah. That was a lot of just personal information, wasn't it? This is the Arrow remaster of a little horror movie called The Dead Center. It's very interesting. Shane Carruth. Comes with its little lobby card and a little booklet. So, yeah, it's the typical Arrow treatment. I just did the video on this. It was the last movie in my newest little Slasher Fest entries. And this is Hunt Her, Kill Her. I love this movie. I love this packaging. This is a Massacre video release. I love the packaging. I do have another of there. I went to their website and I didn't really see anything else I wanted, but I did see one other called Beaten to Death, and I've got that ordered from them. So this is a very good movie. This is the remake of Rabid. Yes. I have not watched this yet, but it of course will be in my next little zombie fest after the Shark Fest. Is going to be Rabid and Maggie and The Cured and one other. I can't think of what it is, but I've got them wrote down. So yes, this is Rabid. I'm looking forward to it. And finishing off the special stuff, we have the top movie of 2024. As you saw, if you watched my top best movies of 2024, The Substance took the prize. Very, very glad to have this. This is the new version of The Crow. I wish I had this poster for my wall. I know a lot of people don't like it, and I do like to correct people. This is not a remake. Please stop calling it a remake. It is not a remake. They did not remake The Crow. The people who made this movie just took the comic book, the graphic novel, and made their own readaptation to it. It is not a remake. It is a readaptation. It's completely separate from the other movie. I like both of them, but at the same time I have problems with both of them, and I don't care what you think about that. I do love the original Crow with Brandon Lee, but at the same time I have some issues with that movie, but I love it very much. I have some issues with this movie. The main issue with this movie is that I want that chick gone. I did not like them bringing that love story, that romance story way more to the forefront than they did in the original adaptation of it. I really wish that chick was gone. I did not like that part at all. Yes, that was part of the original as well, but in the original, they just showed you a couple of flashbacks, they let you know, and that was it. And this one, they had to go a lot deeper into it. So, but what I do love about this movie is I love the gothic atmosphere, I love the fight scenes. The opera scene is just as exciting to me as the warehouse scene in the original, the first adaptation. But yes, so this is The Crow. I do like The Crow. I like both of them, and that's okay. You have my full permission to hate either one of them or both of them. I don't really care. I like it. I like this movie. I have no more issues with this movie than I did with the first one. However, they are completely different issues. So yes, that is Bill Skarsgård in The Crow. This, one of the best horror sequels ever made. I agree. I absolutely adore The Crow. The Crow. Get off Bill, man. Okay. I absolutely adore Smile 2. I love the first movie, and to be honest, I think this movie is better than the first one. I think they doubled down, and the first one is like a 9 out of 10. The second one's like a 9 out of 10. So I'm not saying it's like, the first one is like, this is a lot better. I'm just saying they really amped it up. And I'm very happy with that. I love Smile 2. Sydney Sweeney in Immaculate. Also on my top list for 2024, as was Smile 2. Immaculate is genuinely scary. It definitely is. I really did like this movie. Strange Darling, another one. I think this came in at number 4. 3 or 4 on my top list. I'd have to go back and watch it again. But it was in the top 5. I'm pretty sure it was number 4 in my top of 2024. Strange Darling is an amazing, amazing film. Everything about it is fucking amazing. I picked up a couple of my classics as I always continue to expand and get my 80s and 90s classics. And this is the collector's edition of Wes Craven's Deadly Friend with Kristy Swanson. So I'm very glad to have this. I loved this movie as a teenager. I think it's really cool. I like it. And I'm very glad to finally have it. Deadly Friend. And Motel Hell. How can you be a horror collector and not have Motel Hell? Come on. Isn't that old Pat Hingle? Isn't that the big lady? She was in Wendy Williams with Plasmatics. She was in Reform School Girls. She's in all of those those kind of movies. And she's in this. So Motel Hell, I'm very, very glad to have Motel Hell. It is one of those flashbacks to the 80s, and yes, you have to have Motel Hell. And that does it. Yes, so those are all of the movies that I picked up in February of 2024. As you can see, a lot of them were on my top list. That's because during January and February I had to scramble to grab all of the movies that I wanted on my top list. Because that's one of my rules, is I can't put it on my top list if it's not available physically and if I don't have it. So I did a lot. So a lot of these were in my top list because January and February I was really scrambling, to get Immaculate and Strange Darling and Smile 2 and The Substance, which is like really expensive to get The Substance. So yeah, I was like running all over the internet, trying to get the movies that I wanted on my top list so I could do my top list. And there you go. 2024, thank you for tuning in and checking out all my new goodies. Let me know if you like any of these or if you hate them all. It's perfectly okay with me. And I will see you in Shark Fest coming soon. Bye-bye.